ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bama Standard, brought to you by Workspace Solutions and Oakmont Financial Partners. And tonight, Teague's Take. I'm your host, Justin Riley. With me, as always, is a living legend, Mr. Marvin Constant, and the senior analyst of Touchdown Alabama Magazine, who just signed an NIL with LensCrafters, Stephen M. Smith.
Yeah,
what's going on, fellas?
Yeah, I do appreciate the NIL from LensCrafters, though. Shout out to LensCrafters, for real. Appreciate y'all.
How much you get off the top on that, brother?
Man, so 300.
You might need a new deal.
I think you might need a deal. Where does that put you as far as stadium seating now?
Well, I'm not in the nosebleeds anymore.
He sit. There's not a bad seat in the stadium with them damn glasses. He could be sitting in the blimp and it look like he on the 50-yard line, row one.
No doubt. But hey, glad to have y'all here, fellas. Marv, before we get rolling, man, real quick, I know we talked about it a little bit before we jumped on there. Give us an update on your rehab and how that's going.
And it's a work in progress. You know, they say 4 to 6 months before you get back to somewhat being normal. They say it could take up to a year to be pain-free. I'm at week 5, so we're trucking along. But my plan is to do what most people do in 6 months in 2 months.
If anybody can do it, you can. Well, where is your pain level right now? Would you say is a 4 or 5, or does it kind of escalate?
It depends on the time of day. Usually it only hurts at night. You know, your body produces less levels of certain hormones at night, so that elevates your pain level. But for the most part right now, probably at about a 2.
Hey, man, you can't beat that considering where you were about a month ago.
Yeah, I hadn't taken a pain pill in, 3 weeks now?
That's what's up, man. Look at God.
Yeah,
well, before –
boom.
Yeah, man, that's good to hear. That's good news. I know a lot of folks, including us, were praying for you. So
now y'all ain't praying for me. Y'all just want to know what this process like. So when y'all time come, y'all want me to give y'all.
Don't you speak that on me now.
Now, I will say this. I was praying for you. Me and the classes was praying for you.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I really do. I'm just joking with y'all, man.
I know you're joking, Bob.
But when I tell you, man, I've had a lot of surgeries from playing football. This by far, God, this was the hardest. This has been the most difficult process. This has been the most difficult thing I've dealt with in my life. It seems like no matter what I tried, it was like, man, those first 3 to 5 days, when I say I just want to cut my leg off, it was hurting so bad. The first 2 weeks were brutal, man. And I'm just happy I'm to a point to where I'm beyond the major pain and I'm walking without a cane, walking unassisted now. It's a lot easier to go upstairs than it is to come down, but we're making progress though.
That's what's up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before our guests arrive, which should be within the next 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Marvin for Constant Chaos, where he gives us unfiltered thoughts on what's going on. What you got this week, man?
Man, I'm upset. I am highly upset. I am disturbed. I am pissed off. All of the above. I got a box with 3 boxes. Well, I got a sheet with 3 boxes on. 2 of them have been checked. I just need to check 1 more.
What box is it? Said, what box you got, man?
One says Doug Marrone. Another says Bill O'Brien. And another says Pete Golding. I can check the Marrone box. I can check the Bill O'Brien box. I have yet to check the Pete Golding box. But there are people out there that are upset that Doug Marrone and Bill O'Brien are leaving Alabama. Whatever that's smoking,
what?
Why are you upset?
I'm talking about the people who are upset. There are people
that's what I'm saying. Upset. That's what I'm saying. Why are they upset?
They've been
huffing too much paint. They've been too much paint thinner, playing on the power lines too long. Something. I am thrilled that we can check the Doug Marrone gone box, the Bill O'Brien gone box, all of the above. Now we just need the Pete Golding box to be checked. Get his ass on that same boat with them 2. Hey,
hold on, Bill. Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry to cut in. Bill O'Brien gone?
He's leaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's leaving.
That's a plus.
Yeah, but you know,
Doug Marrone. Well, Doug Marrone is already gone.
Yeah, because like a lot of these fans think that Bill O'Brien and Doug Marrone were these great coaches, and I got into a heated debate with some people about this. Yeah, we put up awesome numbers this year, but this was my main argument with them. Did we do what we needed to do when it counted?
Nope.
And had that been Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian, or Brian Dable, that offense would have operated 3 times better than it did. You would have seen PlayStation numbers being put up with all that talent had one of those 3 been offensive coordinator.
Not only just that, Marvin. Not only just that, you would have seen an Alabama team that would not have looked confused. You watch this offensive line all season; it was confused. You didn't get the center right until the Iron Bowl. Right tackle never got right. The guard play, an offensive guard, was up and down. Doug Marrone brought over tendencies that confused these guys. So it was not a fit. It was not a fit at all.
That's why when we able to check that third box when Pete Golden gone, I'm gonna pop a bottle of something real expensive.
You know what? Honestly, I can see the progression in Pete Golden. He's honestly getting better. He's getting better.
I'm tired of progression. Let's bring in a defensive guru who knows what to do with them dogs and let him unleash them on people the way they are supposed to be unleashed. All this project stuff, we ain't got time for that no more, okay? It's been a project for 3 years. At this point, we need a proven coordinator who can come in, who knows the X's and O's, knows his opponent, knows how to game plan, knows how to in-game adjustment, knows how to create matchups that takes away what a team does best. And last but not least, we need a defensive coordinator that's going to get into the spirit of these players and make them play to a level that they need to play at. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but from my playing experience, defenses are a direct reflection of their coach.
Yep. Yeah, you know what? I'm the new offensive line coach that's coming in. I hear he's pretty good.
I'm gonna say this.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. I like this guy based off of when you are at Kentucky and you take Kentucky and you are finalists for the Joe Moore Award.
Yeah.
And you can put 3 Kentucky offensive linemen that projected to be draft picks, 2 of them first-round draft picks. Y'all don't know, Kentucky on 3rd and short and 4th and short converted 70% of the time. They ran the ball hard. Like this dude Bama brought in, this is like Joe Pendry. This is like Jeff Stoutland. Them rough, tough, rugged offensive line.
And that's what you need for these teenagers and early 20-year-olds. Now, a lot of people are focusing on the draft. If you look forward to this year's draft, Stephen M. Smith, I'm sure you've been following a lot of stuff related to the draft. We don't have the high-level draft picks that we normally would have going into a draft.
Nope. We got 2 first-rounders. 2.
In the past, we've 4, 5 every year?
6. At least 6.
2.
Sometimes 6.
How many off the defense?
None.
When is the last time Alabama did not have a defensive player drafted in the first round? When was the last time?
Man,
it's been a minute.
It's been, and that's what I was saying about Pete Golden. My whole argument was he's not preparing these kids for their future. That was my whole argument. And now you are about to see a direct reflection of that going into the draft.
And back to the people who are arguing about Doug Marrone leaving. My question is, like Stephen, you brought up, on 3rd and short, how many times did we come up short? We gave up nearly 40 sacks this year. You know, we kept waiting all year for the line to grow, to mature, to gel. It didn't happen until the SEC championship game. And to be honest with you, that only happened because Joe Pendry had a hand in it. The players were actually regressing under Doug Marrone's watch. If I had to compare it to anything, I compare it to an arranged marriage. You know, it had the image of a marriage, but there was no relationship, no connection between Marrone and those players. If there's not a relationship or a connection, it just doesn't work.
No, you know what?
Hey, hold on. Hey, Steve Brown. Man, what size can of potted meat is that you over there eating? You've been eating for a while. Potted meat ain't but this big, man. Come on, man. You almost got an industrial size can of potted meat.
Now I gotta say this though. Because I feel like this is one of the big things that Nick Saban win at, y'all. Because the 2020 group won the Joe Moore Award, right? Just dominated, won the Joe Moore Award. You go from winning that to not even being a finalist.
And
Steven.
No. You go from winning that to being one of the lowest offensive lines on the totem pole. That's what I'm saying.
And how many players did we lose off that line from last year?
Basically.
Awful.
We lost Dickerson off that line. We lost Dickerson. We lost Leatherwood. We lost Deontay Brown. 3.
Well, it shouldn't be that much of a level of drop-off if you got all these 5-stars sitting over here waiting to play. So.
That's what I'm saying. And you go from winning it in 2020 with Kyle Flood to not even being a finalist.
Listen,
I never liked Marone.
Listen, man. Marone just wanted to hang out at the Houndstooth and drink Schlitz malt liquor. That's all Marone was in Tuscaloosa for. All right? Drinking malt liquor and on the strip looking at them students, them little young girls. I Doug Marone, I can get right there.
We'll definitely revisit this a little bit later, but I've just been informed that both of our guests are in the waiting room. Stephen M. Smith, in order to bring these men in, I need you to be the greatest hype man in the business that you are.
Yo, inhaler first, Steve. Clear.
If you would, brother.
I don't need the inhaler because I'm talking about this is Alabama football family royalty. All right, there's different types of royalty, but when you talk about Bama football royalty, you got to look at the Castille family. And I had a great joy and still get a great joy watching the Castille family. When you look at Tim Castille, Caleb Castille, Jeremiah Castille, love every single last one of them. Tim, one of the best backs to ever come here. Caleb, one of the best DBs and our actor and doing an outstanding job. And then you got Jeremiah, who is not only the team chaplain, but a guy that gets these young men right in their mind and in their spirit walk, getting out there playing with their hair on fire. But right now, we bring on 2 of the brothers. We got Tim and Caleb Castille. Royalty in the house. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, where's Tim, man? I got a message for Tim. What happened to Tim?
He's still at the altar after that.
I got a question, but I got a question for Jeremiah. That's what I got. I got a question for Daddy. Why didn't he? Now he's still the team chaplain, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't he pray Doug Marone away earlier? I don't understand that. Why did he do that earlier? I don't understand that.
Who wants to touch on that first?
Hey, Tim, you there? Can Tim hear?
Oh,
is
there's Tim. He looks frozen.
He does.
Right.
Dial up. Is he using a dial up again?
Yeah, you dial up.
Who knows, man? They got so many kids running around that house, man.
I'm telling you. It's a
that was the best intro of anybody on our show, and he show up dial up. I tell you,
might be a CB radio, Steve.
Yeah,
the net zero.
Yeah,
And there's Bo.
And Bo just creeped in. What up, Bo?
Hey, Caleb. Hey, listen, man. LL need a stunt double. Tell him don't call me, but he needs a profile double. I can do it. But if I gotta actually do some running or some jumping, I can't. I'm out.
Man, hey, listen, man. We get after it, man. We get after it, man. The show that's the most physically demanding show, man. I promise you, bro. Like when we first started off, I swear, like the first week of the show, I was just running, bro, just sprinting.
Wow.
Hey, you know what's funny, man? You know I got this new knee. I just had total knee replacement surgery about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Last night, man, I had a dream. I'm running routes. I'm covering people.
No, you wasn't. Hell no.
Listen.
Hell no.
Hell no. I'm talking about I'm going.
Marvin.
No, Steve, hold on. I wake up and I'm looking around. I'm like, I thought I was back.
Marvin, listen. Hey, Marvin. You better sit down somewhere. You're gonna end up in a wheelchair, and then I'm gonna call you a half a transformer. So look,
well, I know who I'll be in a nursing home with, because you got a few years on me. So
yeah, I do.
They can call us Cloud and Ray. Yeah,
That's it.
Hey, Caleb, Kevin Norwood. Hey, Caleb, Kevin Norwood wanted me to tell you to stop calling him and asking him to be your stunt double because he'd take your job. He don't want it.
Man, Kevin, man, I miss that dude, man. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. Oh man, I got the best stunt double in the world. This guy, he makes me look good, but you know, some days it's like I'll jump in there, and then some days they have me backflipping off a truck, chasing down a perp. You know, I'm like, nah, y'all got it.
You know what? I when I was in LA, I was doing a lot of stunt double work, but I don't think they valued me because everything was on concrete without pads, and I ain't understand that.
That's what you call low budget.
So after my fourth concussion, I quit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought your head was concussion proof, man. As long as that thing, that aerodynamic slow, I ain't think you could hurt it.
It's even got its own gravitational pull, Marvin.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all letting me come hang out.
Man, we're excited to have you part of our nonsense, man. Glad to finally get you on.
Yeah,
So
I wish your brother was here, man. I got a message for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with his situation. He was
Tim, some more in the metaverse. Tim,
Hey, listen, it ain't gonna do him no good to be in the metaverse. His knees still bad. He got metaverse is not. He still got bad knees. So if he in the metaverse, he probably over there in a power chair or something.
That's it.
Yeah, you and him should have like a power chair Hell in a Cell match for charity.
Well,
Did
see,
you do that,
that's
Marvin?
what my message was for him. I'm no longer in the bad knee game. I have been released. I have been granted new life.
He went to the portal.
No. Man. He been through it.
You'll need in the transfer portal.
Did you find Tim's knee there too?
I know.
Man.
Why my knee got to be in the transfer portal, man? Yeah, I take that one.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm sorry. I just saw on Twitter that your knee got picked up by Brigham Young. Look,
What?
We good, Marvin. We good.
I guess this for all the shots I took at you early on, so you did your payback.
Oh man.
But I think what's up, Bo?
What's happening?
What's
What's
going
happening,
on,
Bo?
brother?
You gonna stay with us this time, man?
I
The
may,
guard
I don't
came and
know.
You had to put your phone away. My God.
I don't know.
Hey man, Bo's so dedicated. He'd get off this live right here and go for a trial.
You wouldn't even know him last week. You left her hanging.
Hey, Bo
Bo
will
just called
stop
you
what
out.
he's doing and go to a trial and come right back. He don't care.
He jumping on between reps.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm telling you now. Hey, I don't understand why you keep putting Bo in the promos. He's not gonna be with us next season. I'm telling you now. He's out of here.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. He's gonna be on the NFL roster doing big things.
Hey, Bo.
That's right.
Hey, Bo down there in
Yeah.
the Senior Bowl in Mobile.
Well, we lost him for a little bit. Hopefully he'll jump back on, but let's go ahead and get into it. Caleb, when people hear the Castille name, there are a lot of expectations that come with that, especially in football. And not only did you have to deal with, carrying on your dad's legacy, but your brothers as well. What was it like dealing with those expectations?
That was my expectations too. Woo.
First family of football.
Man, honestly,
You didn't live up to it.
yeah, man, honestly, man, for me, I think the thing that helped me when I was younger, like coming up with all of that said pressure, was like my dad never put any pressure on any of us to do anything really. He was I think in his mind, like the success that he had was just him escaping his situation. It was just using football to escape, you know, how he was brought up. So, you know, for him, that was just his vehicle. So, you know, whatever lane or vehicle we decided to drive in, you know, he was going to support us 100%. So, you know, my dad didn't even let us play contact football till we were like 14 years old. Like, I didn't play until I was like 14. So,
hey, hold
Wow.
on, time out.
Wow.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you telling me Tim didn't play contact football till he was almost 17, 18 years old? And
No,
he still had these bad knees?
So Tim played 1 year, and I wish you could hop on and tell this story. He played 1 year Little League, man. Hey, bro, as big and tough as Tim is, bro, like my dad tells stories about him, man, when he was little, bro. He had to grow into the, you know, the tough version of himself.
Wow. Hey man, you
So
know what?
you
This
said
guy,
Tim-
hey, Marvin.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marvin, you played football all your life. My dad made me play. My dad had me playing football when I was 8. But the thing is, everybody else had pass, and I ain't get that. So
Only you. So Caleb, so you say Tim was getting handled playing Little League football? That's what you saying?
hey,
Hey,
Tim,
man,
Caleb,
look,
Tim, Caleb, so you was
played for
sorry.
Tim, what's that team called? You played for the Dolphins?
Oh, yeah, dog.
Hey, Tim, he said you was sorry. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I'll get that up. I was 7.
Man, come on,
I
bro.
was 7. Dog, what I was 7.
Hey, Tim, before we go any further, I'm no longer in the bad knee game. You, Junior, all y'all got that. I've been giving my release. I'm no longer in the bad knee game with y'all, all right?
Hey, so let me ask y'all this question. So, how's y'all relationship with y'all dad? Because I know with me and my dad, I hadn't talked to my dad in like probably 23 years until night before last, and he was still asking me stuff he asked me 23 years ago. Boy, how you get this number? But look, the thing is, I mean, so how's y'all relationship with y'all dad?
Hold on, though, before y'all answer, I gotta say this one thing, Steve. They dad is got to be the coolest team chaplain I've ever been around in my. Out of all the chaplains, y'all dad by far, hands down, has to be the coolest one I've ever been around.
Amen.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
He was, because I heard he used to pray for you to at least get a girlfriend because it wasn't happening. So yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool on this part. But yeah, but how's your relationship with your dad? Because like I said, man, I'm a big fan of his.
Tim.
Oh, hey, since I'm in here, I'll go ahead and hit it up. Man, dude, it's great. Like, I was with him this morning, man. My dad's 61, dog. We at the gym. Shoot, we did a treadmill class, then we did a HIIT class, and me and him was right there with each other, trying to make it through it.
Hey, man.
So what you're saying is you got the knees of a 61-year-old.
There you go.
And you said you and your dad got a good relationship, but he the same one that said you was sorry when you was 7. So look, you sorry as hell when you was 7.
Hey,
you the only one I do. You said you was the only one I do with your helmet on backwards. I watch you play football. And you was an athlete. You were, but I don't know what happened, coming up. I don't know. But
hey, look, man. Hey, the moral of the story is I made it to the league, right?
Yes.
The moral of the story is I made it to the league. So no matter how bad you were at 7, 8, 9 years old, keep that thing alive.
I got you. That's what's up.
Who that is down there? That Bo?
Yeah, that's
I said
Bo.
what's up to you the first time.
What else, man? No, hey, I got on right before
you let Steve Brown get all up in your head up in here.
Hey, man. Hey, bro, y'all don't know, man. I done went to see Steve at the comedy club plenty of times, man, and he done got them jokers in the front row. I sit in the back, Steve. You don't see me.
Hey man, but you know what, man? But you know the thing is, I may not see you, but I got a mental note in my head what your daddy said about you. That's all I need to know. And your dad is like a legend. A legend said you were sorry as hell at 7. I can't let that go. I can't let that go.
Oh man.
Hey, Caleb, I think it was another movie I saw you in. I think it was your first one. What was the name of it?
It's a football movie?
Yeah, it was a football movie.
Yeah, Woodlawn.
Woodlawn. I love that movie. However, your haircut was awful. Who cut your Hey, I was like, man, Caleb is doing his thing, but who the hell did that to him in that trailer? Who did that to him?
Was it Stephen M. Smith? You let Stephen M. Smith?
Hey, hold on now.
I just wanted to say
that.
I said this boy is misrepresenting light skin to the fullest. It's awful. You did a great. You did a great job, man. You did a great job.
I worked on that little afro for a couple months, man.
Man, that afro. But you know what? That it seemed like it looked like you had on the same wig Samuel L. Jackson had on in Pulp Fiction.
Hey, you know what's funny? You know what's funny is they wanted to use a wig, and when I got to set, they were like, they had a guy there, and he was like, I think we can make this work because
and he didn't.
Hey,
he didn't.
So you should have fired that man, Caleb. You should have fired that man.
Man, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I'll be honest with you, and this is, it seems to be a lively bunch here. So y'all will take this within the context of but. It's like it's always a thing being a black actor when you step on set. Like the number one anxiety is, man, who cutting my hair? That's the number one question. Yeah. I don't care how much the money the deal is. None of that. We gonna figure that out. Who's the one? You know what?
I ain't lying. You would have been. I really believe that Hollywood messed you over because you would have been a really big name in Hollywood if it weren't for that wig. I know it would have. If it weren't for that haircut, because it was women in the theater like, man, he can get it, but that wig, hell no. and make it so bad. It was my mama. I'm like, mama, wait a minute.
Yeah, man, it was tough.
Dog, I just had, man, I don't mean to bring nothing up, but I just had a conversation tonight with a white homeboy of mine, man, and I was like, look, all y'all white
people, racism.
Justin. I was waiting for it. Here
comes the racism. Hey, Justin, Black History Month. Justin, it's Black History Month. Get ready to get bashed. I'm
going to march outside my apartment.
Hey, so I'm giving out advice to white people. How about that? First day of Black History Month.
See, hey, man. Hey, man.
No, if you adopt black kids, go get their hair cut every 2 weeks and make them wear lotion. Okay. Only 2 things. Hey, bro, that's all. Hey, the first day of Black History Month, that's all I got for you. That's it.
He gave us a DIY.
First day of
Black History Month.
Hey, so what you saying? So you telling Justin that flow beat is no longer appropriate?
Damn, man.
I know a buddy. I saw him the other day. He got a 13-year-old black son he adopted. They live in Orange County, California. The first thing I known this kid since he was 4 years old. The first thing his mama said when she came up to me at the event was like, "You wouldn't believe it. We found him a barber." I said, the boy, I met that little boy. I said, hey, where y'all taking the sports clips. I said, oh man.
They took him to sports clips.
Bro. Sports clips, bro. Because he got a white brother. So they figure, just take the boy to sports clips.
Why got to go into trouble? Go on.
What the world?
I was just trying to say, I was trying to take the move for Black History. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
But the funny thing is, I knew it was you. All people on here.
There was on here being racist, so I wanted to go. I wanted Justin. I didn't want Justin to feel bad.
Quick question. Craig Young has a question for both of you guys. Did either one of you ever want to go to another school since your family already had a legacy at Alabama?
Boy, I almost went to Auburn.
What? What? Hey, who said that was pride too?
Right. He really wanted to
At Auburn.
Hey, man, listen.
Hey,
I can tell you like this, man. A lot of people don't understand that. But, I got a sister. My sister's 4 years younger than me. She played volleyball. Alabama recruited her in several other schools around the country. And you know what my sister's response to me was the day before signing day when I asked her, where you going to go? Somewhere that don't nobody know you. So she ended up going to LSU. Hey, your little sister. I want to be called by my name.
Hey, man, he said that with pride. I almost went to Auburn.
They almost got me, buddy.
He had that bass in his voice too, like James Earl Jones almost.
Hey, Caleb, what they tried to sell you, man?
Hey, man, look, a house in Greystone, the membership.
Yes, that's about right.
No, man, honestly, Coach, man, who was it? Chiswick? Yeah, he was the first one that offered me a scholarship. He told me at the camp, he was like, if you run 4.4, he was like, I'll give you a scholarship. And I ran I think 4.37 or something. And literally right there, he took me upstairs with Jake Holland. Jake, what was that?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
Took me upstairs and offered both of us. I called my dad. I was like, hey, I'm like, man, I was like, Coach Chiswick just offered me a scholarship. He said, put him on the phone. I said, you want to talk to Coach Chiswick? I said, I'm not in the room with Coach Chiswick right now. He's like, who you with? I'm with Jake Holland's dad at the time. Our dads were good buddies. But yeah, man, they had offered me that day. I came to the camp. And it's no matter who it is, I think as you're a young athlete, like you're excited to be in a position like that to where somebody recognizes your talent, your skill, because man, I had a crazy ass senior year of football. I almost didn't play the whole season. So for me to get those late opportunities like that, it was something that felt special to me.
Hey, so you say you ran a 4.3?
Yeah, at the camp.
That's what's up. I ran a 4.3, but metaverse. Look, metaverse. That metaverse.
Oh, Steve, I thought you ran a 4.3 in Stacey Adams. You ran that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Metaverse.
Tim, did you consider another school, or is Alabama all the way? Unlike him.
No, I was kind of, my deal was, I had been to.
He was the firstborn. He had to go.
Well, yeah. No, my dude, when I went to Alabama, I can remember the first time we went. Though my dad never really took us back. We didn't go to many games and stuff like that. And my dad made Team of the Century, the '92 team.
That's what's up.
And we went back, and I can remember. So I'm like, dude, I was born in '84, so I'm like 8. And bro, I'm like, all these people know who he is. You know what I mean? Just kind of asking for autographs on, and that just kind of stuck in my mind. And so my dad, dude, I give guys when I was at Bama, when I was down there as a GA, I give guys the same pitch. Man, where do you want to live? Like when all of this stuff said and done, where do you want to be at? And that's what my dad kind of pitched me on. He's like, where do you want to be at? Like your family's here in Birmingham. You know, you can go to Florida, you can go to LSU, but like that's where you're going to be known at. So that's kind of where you're going to have to be at. And so I kind of took that. I mean, from a young age, man. I always wanted to be at Bama.
He gave me a different
Tim, hold on. That to me, that sounds like you telling the story. I don't think your daddy said like that. I think he got you on the phone and said, "Boy, you sorry as hell. You coming to Bama, you gonna get your shit together." That just went weird. And hung up. And he's like, I'm the chaplain, and you got me cussing, but you're sorry as hell.
But you know what though, Steve? But what he's saying,
I scored over 100 touchdowns in high school. I couldn't have been that sorry.
But Tim, you know what it is though, Tim? See, a lot of people don't understand. Like, that's real life. Like, when I was coming out, I had people straight up tell me, like, you know, if you don't go to Alabama, you can't come back home, right?
Marvin. Hold on, Marvin. I didn't know that. When did you come out?
And I'm like,
I didn't know. Hey, my dude.
But back to what Tim was saying. That's true story, man. I know a lot of guys who played, high school in Tuscaloosa who left and went to other schools. Man, they came back home no love. Yep. And they eventually moved to other states where they played because they came back home and it was like, nah, you left us. They have nothing for them. Nothing.
We gets all the love.
Yeah.
Bo got a whole street named after him.
It ain't but one street.
I'm gonna say this though.
Man, it's more
and he got it though. He got it.
I got you.
So you saying they changed the name from Green Track to Scarborough Land?
Hey, they're more longer than 15th Street if you know how long 15th Street is.
But Tim, just for you, man, like, what was the toughest part of you having to share that running back and fullback role when you was at Bama? Because I mean, you was that dude at a high school, but what was the toughest part of sharing that role?
It was real tough because I mean, I had real success in high school, and so when I got to Bama, they had kind of told me, "Look, man, just kind of play fullback for a year, let LaRon get, LaRon's got on. He was the second fullback taken in the draft when they used to have fullbacks, so like he was great. And then you had Ken Darby, Ray Hudson, like all these Shaw Williams, all these guys in front of me, and so I kind of was just playing my role. I came out after my freshman year, I was MVP of the spring game, and so as a tailback, and I ended up blowing my knee out, and that's what I was actually talking to my dad about this earlier this week, and he was on a podcast, and he was just talking about one of the things that I feel like is that he told me that was very important was because I was gonna bounce. I was like, man, these jokers have lied to me. Like, I done got MVP of the game. I can go somewhere else and get some playing time and play tailback and do what I wanted to do. And my dad was like, bro, if you go to the league, you're going to have competition. Like, what you going to do then? So he just kind of challenged me to undertake that and have a really good attitude in a bad situation that I felt like I was getting wrong in. So like, bro, I'm staying after practice. I'm doing extra running. I'm doing extra lifting, but I'm not getting the playing time because I'm looking at the other side of it. And so that's kind of for me, that's what my dad being able to be 45 minutes away and having my dad be the chaplain and him coming down to practice and being a part of my life and him being there, that's kind of what I think that he did for me. Like me, dude, I didn't start my last year. I didn't start my senior year. I didn't start my junior year. And I still made it enough years in the league to be able to get my pension and be able to get my retirement.
That's what's up. Man, you know what? And that's what I'm saying, man. That's a really feel good story, man. Because you said you spent a quit and bounce, and your dad was like, "No, I don't do that." My dad like, "Yeah, man, you sorry here. Go ahead, quit. Find something to do." That's him. That was my dad all day. Yeah. Don't quit. Play golf. Do something. Quit.
So Tim, how many bags were there when you got there?
Say that again.
How many bags were there when you got there?
You said bags.
How many bags were there when you got there? Now, how many bags? How many bags? How many running backs?
Zero. The bags, I got zero. Dude, no, man, my freshman year was Coach Schuler's first year. So, I mean, Ray Hudson, Shaw was there, Ken Darby. Those were really the main three. And, I knew I wasn't going to start my first year. And then I knew that Ray Hudson was better than me. I mean, dog, y'all don't remember Ray Hudson. That joke was a freak, man.
Man, I played with Ray. I know Ray.
Man, I came to Bama when it was 9 backs and I made 10. You were there?
Yo, yeah. Oh no, Bo. Oh no. So nah, Bo. It ain't nothing like what you went through.
Yeah. Oh, that was what I was asking.
Oh yeah, bro.
We got this similar story.
Hey, man, I tell you what.
Consider leaving though.
I tell you what, this upcoming season, the running back room gonna be crazy. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be crazy.
Well, bro. Hey, Bo. So, Bo, you was there. You came in that right before they did the bowl season, and I was GA, and after that game, I left. But just remind me, who was in that room, dog?
You was in there?
Yeah, no. Tell them who was in that room with you.
Oh, tell me who was in that room?
In that running back room.
It was me. Well, I ain't gonna need name me. It was TJ, Derek, Kenyon, LT, Tyron Jones, Ronnie Clark, Jocelyn Fowler.
Wow.
Me.
One Kamara in there.
And we had what's the little dude name number 43? He was a walk on. Lauren. Yeah, and then I made 10.
That's crazy.
That mold was so deep, bro.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Y'all damn near had a whole team in the running back room.
Yeah, Alvin had really just left.
Yeah, and Kamara had just left.
Now, I'm gonna be real. I was hurt when Kamara left. I was hurt when Alvin left a little bit.
So, Caleb, I got to ask you something, man. You won 2 national titles, but you walked away to answer the call of being an actor. What was that conversation like with Coach Saban when you made that decision?
Yeah, before you answer that question, I used to have my boy picture on my wall when he was at Bama.
Who?
You.
Tim?
No, you.
Me? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Okay. He trying to say you old as hell. He trying to say you old as hell.
Nah, man. Nah, I was in high school, man.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Hey man. I remember going into the Moon Wings. I saw Tim Castille picture in the lobby for the most visits at the Moon Wings.
Did he get the award? Did he get the Golden Crab Award, Steve?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do that to Tim, man. Don't do that to Tim.
Hey, man.
You know what?
I got Marvin sitting in the playing right now, man.
Marv, you trying to come back because he ran you over in practice.
Trying to get down, man.
But my bad, Justin. My bad,
No,
Justin.
that's okay. So, Caleb, what was that conversation like with Coach Saban when you made that decision to take a leap of faith?
Yeah, it was cool. It was, basically, man, I knew, like, with the same thing that Bo was just talking about, like, people don't understand, man, from, like, when I got there 2010 to, like, I guess that was 2018, Bo?
When
did you get to Bama?
I got to Bama in 15.
Oh, 2015. So, shoot, from 2010 to 2022 now, I mean, I was in a room of DBs that was just I mean, unreal. Like, you know, D. Miller started in front of me and Dre Kirkpatrick and both of those first round defensive backs and both of them 4 inches taller than me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me, like I wouldn't say it was easy for me to step away, but it was simple. Like like what Tim said, it's like I just was like, I'll need to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. And football, you know, for me, even though we did win those 2 national championships there, like, bro, I wasn't contributing on a level that it, you know, where I was like, man, I can make something out of my football career. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I need to go figure out what I want to do. And when I had a, you know, brief conversation with Coach, I was like, Coach, I need to go figure out what I want to do with my life. I was like, I got some dreams and some things I want to consider. And I feel like taking this next year off and figuring that out is what I need to do. And he was like, all right, man, well, you know, I appreciate it. Whatever you've done, you were a good player, and you know, all that stuff. And I went on and did what I did. And then 18 months later, I was starring in a movie. Mm-hmm. And so it was like, if I had not have, I was going to do what I wanted to do either way, whether he, you know, Coach Saban or my dad or whoever had been in opposition, I would have just been out there doing what I got to do, because my business is a one-man show, bro. It's like, you know, mm-hmm. It's up to me to be proactive and seek out these opportunities. And so, but I initially didn't know I wanted to be an actor. I just knew I didn't want to play football no more.
Well, sticking with but Kang, so how competitive was that DB room for real? I mean, I know you mentioned Kirkpatrick and Milner, but how competitive was that DB room?
Oh man, bro, man,
I can't even hear Steven.
Man, I'll tell you what, the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever been through before, and I've auditioned in front of who's who in this business, man. Like, I've auditioned to be Denzel's son in Fences, right? Like, and I ain't never been as nervous as sitting in the DB room with Coach Saban during whatever said practice, bro. Like, and everybody know this feeling when you up there on the screen and you the jack the play up, man. Bro, this is what the upperclassmen used to do. So I'm way back. I'm on the third row. I'm third, fourth, whatever string, no string and no attach. You know. So, bro, all of the starters and the upperclassmen, they be, you know, they on the first row like this, and man, as soon as you mess up, they all just. You know what I'm saying? And bro, it used to be just hell in there, but it was competitive. It was fun, you know. But yeah, it's interesting though. Like, I believe the only person from that room that's still playing is Dre Kirkpatrick, and there was so much talent in that room. I mean, like I said, D. Miller, Mark Barron. A lot of talent. Daquan Menzie.
Mark not playing no more?
I don't believe Mark's played this past year.
Mark came back a little bit last year, and then
Mark's not playing. Mark's not playing. Mark's back home in Pritchard, man.
What he say?
Oh, you talking about 10, 12 years ago now? No, it's 20.
Yeah, he been playing a minute. I know, right? I think right now Drake Kirkpatrick playing for Hot Wings. Look, yeah, he playing for Hot Wings.
But Caleb, I do have to ask you, man, going back to Woodlawn, one of the best moments I ever had when I was at Alabama and being a fan was getting to meet Tony Nathan. That's a man who's an icon and a pioneer. Oh, yeah. And what was it like taking on a larger than life person? You know, what was that like?
You know, it's an interesting process prepping for a role like that. Usually you prep for a role and it's, you know, if it is a biopic, if it's a historical piece, 9 times out of 10, you're prepping to play a role. The person isn't alive. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I kind of got I had the upper hand, man. I had a cheat code, and you know, because I had Tony's book. I had 8 hours of interview footage with him that the producers gave me. I got to meet him. I got to talk to his dad, all of his family. And so for me, there was only a couple things that I felt like I needed to represent. And what I wanted to represent was his athletic prowess and also just his humility. He was very soft-spoken, but when he did speak up, like, he was very wise. He spent a lot of time with his dad and his granddad, who I'm still good friends with today. I see his dad. Whenever I see his dad, he just turned like 88, I believe. I saw him at my dad's dinner, and he's still a hoot. But man, you know, like I said, like, preparing for that role was definitely physically demanding. And I mean, we shot, I don't know if you guys, I mean, know, but like, you know, you do a football movie, and you know, you got, well, we displayed like 5 different games, or 6 different games where we had actual footage and we were playing. So, you know, all of that has to be shot at night. So it's like a 10-week shoot. So 6 of those weeks, you know, your schedule's flipped. So you're going to work at, you know, 6 p.m. and you're working all through the night into the morning into 6 a.m. So, you know, it was so funny because I'm like, bro, I quit football and now like this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do football. Why, bro? You talking about a 3-hour practice, bro? Try playing football on camera for 15 hours a day. Like, yep. Bro, I was like, I never want to do another football movie. I'm cool. I'm good on the football movies, bro. Because that was a process where one night, y'all remember the movie, we playing Banks, like at that end scene where I get flipped on my back, like in the end zone. It's raining, bro. They had these rain machines at about 200 feet up on these cranes, and that was like the coldest like winter that Birmingham had. It was in 2014, and it was like October, November, December. There are multiple times with below freezing temperatures. So we out there playing football in the rain. It's like 27 degrees, bro. And so it's just, it's crazy, man. But, you know, to wrap it up, like having Tony there and having a relationship with him now and seeing, you know, I'll never forget the first day he came on set, and I had not met him yet, and I'm doing this long play where I'm just busting out full speed. I break away this long touchdown, and like during like they say action, I get the ball, I'm running down the sideline, and I'm just, you know, hauling ass down the sideline, and out of the corner of my eye, I happened to see Tony like off in the video village, like where they're shooting, and like I run down, I score, and I come back, and I get to shake his hand and stuff. And then later on, somebody showed me a video, man, and he was just like so emotional. Like you know, seeing his life, you know, flash before his eyes, really, you know, because we just stuck to, you know, we did literal plays that we reenacted actual plays from his high school career. I'm talking about everything down to moves and everything, man. And so it was cool just being able to offer that to somebody, man. It's just it's no feeling like it. And right now I'm actually exec producing a documentary about the first Black players to integrate our team, and that experience is what really, and getting to know all of these guys, and obviously growing up with my dad, man, being able to honor them in that way, and just saying thank you in that way, I'm so blessed to be in a position to be able to use my talent, my crafts, my connections to get that going. So
you know what, man? Yeah. I heard that story too. I didn't want to stop you, but I heard the exact story. As far as you running down the sideline and Tony Nathan saw you running and he got emotional. but he got emotional because you ran down the sideline a little bit faster than he did when he realized. Stop damn showing out here. Do what the folks tell you to do. Yeah, I just wanted you to. I just wanted you to finish that fib and try to be nice, But yeah, you ran down the sideline faster than he used to, and he got mad at you. He told you next time limp down like Marvin. So, as a matter of fact, hey, he got mad and said, "Be sorry like your brother when he was 7. Be sorry like your brother. Get down on the 1 yard line and fumble the ball out of bounds. Do something."
Man.
Caleb, I do have to ask this. Can't let this show end without asking this. You are being mentored by one of the best in multiple industries, in LL Cool J. What has it been like for it to be taken under his wing to kind of show you the ropes?
Man, it's crazy, man. Honestly, like, he's one of those guys, man, that like he really. It's funny because the first time I met him, first of all,
he was licking his lips.
What you say?
LL was licking his lips. You like, what's up, man?
I had to wait till he got done licking his lips.
Yeah.
So the next day.
So my man though is like, it's so funny how life works. I had 2 interactions with LL before I met him. I mean, before I started working with him, obviously. And the first one was a concert in Birmingham. They used to do this thing called like the crawfish boil or something like that, like during the summers. And me and one of my buddies is like, his dad is like high up at Coca-Cola, so he got us the whole 9. He's like, man, y'all go to concert, backstage, VIP, all this stuff. We like, okay, cool. We like 15, 16. I don't even think I could drive at the time, but man, we wild high school boys, whatever. So this LL Cool J's performing, and like one of the news station, one of the affiliates back at home, is doing different interviews of people, whatever. And she comes up on the VIP stage, and she's like, it's me and my buddies up there, and LL's doing this thing in the background. And she's like, I'm being goofy, whatever. She's interviewing one of my buddies, and I'm in the background just like, vibing, going off or whatever. And it was like, and I remember telling, I was like, man, I seen you in concert, like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, in Birmingham. And LL was like, I remember that. And like, gave details of where he ate and all this stuff, like in Birmingham. I'm like, bro, this was over 10 years ago. And LL's like, man, I remember every show. Like, that's how intentional he is. Like,
wow. Because
the thing is like, these people are getting this experience one time, right? LL's getting that experience every night. But what makes him such a caring performer is that he's going to be intentional every single night. He realizes the experience is new for them, for the crowd every single night. That's the same approach he took with me, honestly. Like, he knew that me stepping into this machine that NCIS LA is, and CBS, the huge company and network that it is, it would be a lot, and so he's taking me under his arm, man. And he's funny because, like, when he says, like, most people be like, yo, hit me if you need anything, blah, blah, blah. He'll be mad if he finds out that I got into something I wasn't supposed to get into, and I could have avoided it by calling him. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's business or dealing with the network about contracts or anything. You know what I mean?
What else? Girls? What? Girls?
None of that, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see.
Yeah. So,
girls? No girls?
We'll leave that for the next podcast.
No.
All right.
Don't take the bait.
No hookers like me. No hookers. No back page. No none of that.
Caleb,
No back page. No none of that.
We're gonna have you on some Cereal Bowl Chronicles.
Hey man,
Your dad,
Alabama. I had some Cereal Bowl Chronicles with some chicken. You don't watch out, man.
Listen, man, look, I've had plenty enough PR training. I know what the answer, what not the answer.
Your dad is the team chaplain. Don't do it.
That's it, man. That's it. But yeah, Justin, he's great, man. You know, it's really, but it's funny because like it's so weird. Like we have such a friendship now that it always happens during the week at work. I just be looking at him. He'd be like, bro, what's up? I'd be like, dog, I just be forgetting you LL Cool J sometimes. Like,
so I got a question. I got a question. So y'all good friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all good friends. So if he beat up Jamie Foxx again, you gonna help? You gonna jump in? You gonna jump in?
Yo, we jump between LL and my mama. Ain't no way, boy. Mama, you gotta take that one.
So y'all not friends then, because I helped Steve and them Smith fight and we both lost, but I helped him. I helped him. Come on now.
No, listen, man.
I mean, we both threw some punches in there. We both threw some punches.
I'm not playing. I'm not playing like this dude. He's. I mean, the first time I met him, like we sat and chopped it. Like he was sitting down, and so we got done, and he stood up. Like
he a big dude. He a big dude. He a big dude.
Dude, bro. I'm like, golly, I didn't know he was as big as he is, and you know, as strapped as he is. I'm like, hey, yo, nah, bro, I'm cool off you, bro.
Yeah, no but problem. You don't need to help him. But when I helped Steven, we both got beat so bad, I ended up wearing his glasses. I'm like,
damn. Yo, man, dude, y'all, that's a big dude. And he know how to box.
Hey, Tim, Rudy Griffin wanted me to ask you real quick. Can you talk about the time that Coach Johnson moved all the weights to the indoor facility?
You talking to Rudy?
Yeah, Rudy Griffin. Yeah.
Man, that was horrible. Well, but I mean, dog, Bama done had so many different, I mean, as far as upgrades go, it was basically Coach Jones too. He was in that too. Man, it was miserable. Just know that they basically cleared the weight room out and made us move all the weights to the new weight room. And then Coach Jones wanted to jump in. You know how Marvin know Coach Jones.
Big team.
Do it. Oh no, Coach Jones. All he hey man. He want to do all he want to do is some up down. So we ain't like, bro.
Some stupid squat jump, yeah.
We about to do some stupid shit. That's him right now.
Squat jump, yeah.
You already know, fellas.
Yeah, burpees, baby. Burpees. That's all he wanted to do.
Bro, that man, you Castille. Come on over here, push this weight. He make you push the weight all the way around the weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
His favorite thing. See, y'all don't pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what his favorite was? Y'all gonna do some stupid shit.
That's it. Yep. That's it. Boy.
Real quick.
Stupid shit.
Real quick.
Had a little foxhole.
Well, we actually have ran over, guys. So at this point, we're going to start closing it down. Marvin, before we do all that, man, tell us what's up next for your book and 40 Plus Strong.
Man, right now I'm just focused on this rehab process more than anything.
I've been talking to some people. We actually gonna look at incorporating some therapy exercises and some more stuff into our next project moving forward. Because unfortunately, most people get knee replacement in their 50s and 60s. But me at 42, I had to have it done, and I'm not a patient man, so I wasn't with this 4 to 6 month plan. I'm thinking more like 2 months. So I had to come up with some aggressive training methods, and it's actually been working quite well for me. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that recovery process and something like that takes a lot of time. You got to have patience.
2 months is what I'm cutting it to, baby.
2 months.
2 months. He finna amputate his damn knee.
we could bring Big T in for your rehab, be a rehab coach.
Oh, no. So I'm going to have knee replacement. First, I'm coming straight to this man.
The beauty to it is I have a full commercial gym in my house. So it's like I got all day come off work till March 9th. And when you got a full gym in your house, I can just go in there and play around and figure out what works and what doesn't work. So that's what I spent the first week and a half doing, figuring out, okay, what's going to work, what machines do. So, I'm blessed to have a full gym in my house.
Yeah.
That helped me out a lot, man. But I've come up with a lot of exercises that has really sped this process up, man. Because I would go to therapy and end up playing around. And I'm getting mad. And I'm like, man, I'm doing more than this at home. Like, what am I here for? Like, y'all not aggressive enough for me. So
he got a nice gym. I've been to his mobile home twice. And I saw the gym is nice. Nice.
Man, I'm trying to have a serious moment with Marvin. Like, hey, man,
he can't help himself.
All you want to do is you want to play jokes, man.
Hey, man. Y'all shouldn't have had me on the show.
But in all seriousness, man, I'm gonna tell you though, man, I learned a lot of things that have really helped me because at 2 weeks I was walking up and down stairs without a cane, unassisted. At 2 weeks after surgery.
That's what's up.
Dang, that's a blessing.
I plan on being completely healed in 2 months.
Dope.
In 2 months, I plan on being back to normal.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up. Well, Tim and Caleb, man, thank y'all so much for coming on and being a part of our nonsense tonight.
Hold on, just
royalty, baby. Royalty in the house.
One request,
yeah, man. Go right ahead.
Caleb, can you do me a favor? When you talk to LL again, don't tell him I asked, but just as a friend, ask him. Say, man, look, me and you friends now. When you gonna grow some hair on your face?
Hey, Caleb. Hey, Caleb.
Ask him. When you gonna grow a mustache or a beard or something?
Hey, Caleb, I need a favor from you, Caleb.
Yo, what's up, man?
I want to hook you up with my little cousin, man, Bradley. You know Bradley Constant?
Say it again.
Bradley Constant. He plays on Young Rock, NBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my little cousin, man. So I be talking to him all the time, trying to keep him out of harm's way out there in LA, man. But growing up in Tuscaloosa, it's just different, man. So, I might need to link y'all two up, man, so you can show my little fam the way so he don't fall to the wayside.
Don't do it. Don't do it. He's on drugs. Don't do it.
How would you wish that on my little cousin, man?
Nah, he's a cool little kid. He's a cool. You mean your cousin we had on the show, right?
Yeah, he was on the show.
Yeah, he's a cool little kid. But he's on drugs. Don't do it. He's on drugs.
But guys, before you go, what's up next for you? Tim, I'll start with you. And also for all the Bama fans, tell folks how they can find you on social media.
Oh, bro. No, man. I'm
smoke signals. I said smoke signals. That's all they're gonna get from you.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I mean, I got a couple social medias, but it's not really what I do, man. I'm retired. I'm a dad. I'm Mr. Dad, so I'm taking everybody to school. Actually, when we get off this podcast, I'm taking my daughter to basketball practice, and so
his ass still on MySpace.
Hey, Tim, I'm gonna tell you what your brother said, though.
He on Black Planet. His ass on Black. He on Black America Way Up.
Tim, where you at, Tim?
Hey man, hey Tim still get Jet magazine, man.
Hey, bro, I love little Jet magazine, man. But no, I'm volunteering over at Thompson. You know, we've won three state championships now. You know,
Man, y'all got basketball practice at 8 o'clock at night.
7:30. So I got 15 minutes to get over there. We got basketball practice tonight. I got 3 games on Saturday. My son's playing. My daughters. I got a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and my son's 5. And so
well, you didn't stop, did you? You tried to hit every number back to back.
Yeah.
but I'm done.
With a bad knee?
Yeah.
hey, you might want to give your knee a blue pill too. Look,
He did a Dones bill.
Hey, bro. Steven on my tail.
Hey, man, I'm sorry, man.
I'm gonna shut y'all off, man.
Hey, man, good seeing you, bro. Good seeing you,
Appreciate you, brother.
Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you, brother.
All right, hey, fellas, I'll holler at y'all. I appreciate
Hey, bro,
it.
roll tide, bro.
All right, man. Be
Roll
good.
tide, man.
Appreciate y'all, bro.
Oh, Jesus. You, man. What's up next for you?
Let's get his
Talk
ass.
about that project you were talking about.
What's that?
I said, talk about that project you were talking about earlier that you're working on.
Oh yeah, man. So basically, we're producing a full length, like a feature length documentary, and basically it'll run through the history of how Coach Bryant integrated the football team in '71, which was the first fully integrated team with John Mitchell and Wilbur Jackson. And yeah, man, we're basically just we're just telling that story, the decisions he had to make as far as the politics, and because there was a lot of things behind the scenes with that a lot of people don't know. I mean, this was a football coach that changed the culture. I mean, Coach Bryant is a catalyst for the change in our state. You know, so yeah, man, we're diving that. It's going to be special. It'll be, you know, kind of similar to a Last Dance type structure where it'll be in-person interviews and a lot of archived footage. It's really going to be something special. I'm producing it along with Marlon Humphrey and then producing partners at a company called Source Media. One of my boys, he helped produce Spider-Mans and the Lee Daniels, the Butler. So we got a strong team on that, man. It'll be something special that I think not only just Alabama fans will appreciate, but sports fans alike all around the world. But other than that, man, I'm just head down grinding on NCIS LA, and you know that's almost like 2 football seasons in one. I mean, we shoot for 9 months out of the year on that, so it consumes time. But I'm having a blast, man. LA is great, you know. So yeah, just working, man.
That's what's up.
Hey, man, listen.
So
If you ever
Caleb,
need somebody, Caleb, you call your boy now. I've shot a few pilots for TNT, and I've shot some commercials for ESPN now.
Oh my God!
Hey, listen, man, we can talk.
The last pilot. I'm telling you, look,
I'm
the
saying
last
this:
pilot
if you
I shot was the Ann Wolf story for TNT, Beast Mode with with Tina Mabry and all that. Yeah, I was one of the boxers on that one. So
yeah, man. They ain't hiring me. Matter of fact.
Well, listen. Listen. If y'all have some sex scenes with some midgets or whatever,
I'm over here being serious. Saying it's like for real. Like if you do, like I do. So, yeah.
If you need somebody to hype up all the characters, just
that's what I
need,
man.
I'll hype up all the characters.
Hey, look, I need that type of intro when I wake up in the morning. I'm going to brush my teeth.
Hold on. You know what though, Caleb? I'm gonna tell you something real though. You know, when y'all doing this, you know who you should call for your voiceovers?
Who that?
Kevin Jackson played safety at Alabama.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Kevin, I kid you not. Kevin Jackson.
Yes. He's made for it, man. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Okay.
He
Hey,
played
man,
Alabama.
hey, man, I'm proud of you, man. We all are. We're proud
Yes,
of you.
sir.
Man.
We're proud of you.
Yes, sir.
Doing, man. Don't forget to ask LL that question.
Hey, hype man right here. Hype every character on the show up. We got
Hey, hold on. How the hell we go from interviewing this man and try to get a damn job? What is this about?
He's like,
Because that's my second line of work, man. That's what I do that too.
Okay, well.
all right. Well, man, thank you again, Caleb. We really appreciate you taking the
Thank
time
you,
with
bro.
us.
I appreciate
And
y'all, man. It's fun.
You know what? But since we here and since we still on, we about to go, I'm finna pull an Antonio Brown.
On that night, on good note, good night, guys, and roll tide.
Hey, roll tide.
Roll Tide.